Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Anuta, the Crochet World, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please subscribe to my channel, like, share and comment on my videos. And today we're going to do this beautiful pattern for a coaster, and I've made this coaster with my 100% cotton yarn, and for this one I've used my 3.5 mm of the hook. So let's begin. Okay, so now to begin with, I'm going to take my white color. Now you can take any color you want. I'm going to take the white color. I'm going to make the exact same pattern with the exact same color. But if you want to change your colors, you can change your colors as per your requirement. Now here I'm going to take this first color, and my first color is my white color. I'm going to make my magic circle here. So for the magic circle, just put your yarn around your fingers this way, make an X here, and put the second strand of yarn at the back. Now insert your hook in this way, and now grab your yarn, grab your second strand of yarn through your first strand of yarn and turn your hook in this way, and that's it. This is your magic circle. Now here I'm gonna chain up 2, so it's 1 and 2. Now this chain 2 will count as my first double crochet, and here we're going to make a cluster of double crochet, a cluster of 3 double crochets. So for this chain 2 is going to count as our first double crochet. Now yarn over and insert your hook into this magic circle and grab your yarn over and spool your yarn through 2 loops only. Leave your the stitch half done. Now again, yarn over and insert your hook into your magic circle and grab your yarn over and pull your yarn through 2 loops, and that's it. That is your cluster of 3 double crochets. Now yarn over and pull your yarn through all 3 loops. So for the first time, as we have chained 2 here, we're gonna have this 3 loops on our hook. So yarn over and pull your yarn through all 3 loops, and now chain 2. So it's 1 and 2. Now again, yarn over and insert your hook into this magic circle. Grab your yarn over and pull your yarn through 2 loops. Yarn over for one more time. Insert your hook into this magic circle. Grab your yarn over and pull your yarn through 2 loops. Yarn over for the third time. Insert your hook into your magic circle. Grab your yarn over and pull your yarn through 2 loops. And here it is, you have 4 loops on your hook. Now onwards, you're going to have 4 loops. As we have chained up 2 here for our very first cluster, we get 3 loops on our hook. Now onwards, we're going to have 4 loops on our hook. Now yarn over and spool your yarn through all 4 loops. Again, chain 2, 1 and 2, and yarn over, and we're going to make another cluster of 3 double crochets here. So for that one, make your first double crochet, second double crochet, and your third double crochet. And now yarn over and pull your yarn through all 4 loops. We're going to repeat this pattern for about 5 times. As we have 3 clusters here, I'm going to make another 2 clusters here and chain 2 for the very last time. So here it is, 1 2 3 4 and 5 clusters. And now I'm going to go to this my third stitch. This chain 2 is our first double crochet. So here it is, we have chain 1 and chain 2. This is our first double crochet, and I'm not going to insert my hook into this chain 2. I will go to this third stitch. So insert your hook into this third stitch, grab your yarn and make a slip stitch here, and this is the end of your round number 1. Pull your this loose end a little bit tight, and that's it. This is your round number 1. And now here I'm going to cut my yarn and will secure this last stitch. And if you want, you can put your loose end in. I'm going to do it later on. So I'm going to insert my hook into this chain 2 space now. So insert your hook into a chain 2 space, and now we're going to change the color of our yarn. So for that one, take the second color, whatever color you have been using. I'm using this green color. So take the second color of your yarn, and again we're going to chain up 2. It's 1 and 2. Now this chain 2 again is our first double crochet. Now yarn over and insert your hook into this chain 2 space and grab your yarn and make your second double crochet, halfway done, and yarn over for the third time and do your third double crochet, halfway done. Now you're going to have 3 loops. Now yarn over and pull your yarn through all 3 loops, and that's your first cluster of your round number 2. Now chain 2, yarn over and insert your hook into that same chain 2 space. Grab your yarn and make another cluster here, cluster of 3 double crochet, and you're going to have 4 loops. Now yarn over and pull your yarn through all 4 loops. Now chain 2 for one more time and skip the next cluster, and we have to go to this chain 2 space, the next chain 2 space. Now make another 2 cluster here. So one cluster, then chain 2, and then another cluster. So it's 1, 2, and 3. And now yarn over and pull your yarn. Now chain 2, and it's 1, 2, and 3. Yarn over and pull your yarn through all 4 loops and chain 2. Again, skip the next cluster, and into this chain 2 space we're going to have one cluster of our 3 double crochets, chain 2, and another cluster of our 3 double crochets, then chain 2. And now keep on repeating this pattern, and remember that after every cluster I am chaining up 2. So don't forget to chain up 2 after every cluster. And by the end of this round you're going to have your 10 clusters, and I'm going to meet you at the end here. And here it is. I have my this 10 clusters of my 3 double crochets, and now I'm going to go again to my this chain 3. So it's not actually chain 3, but it is our first stitch. So this is my first chain, and that's my second chain, and this is my first stitch. And I'm going to insert my hook into my that first stitch. We'll grab the yarn and we'll make my this slip stitch like this. And again, I'm going to cut my yarn. Secure this last stitch. And now I will again insert my hook into this chain 2 space, any chain 2 space, and we're going to change the color. Now we're going to take the first color of our work. Okay, so I've got my this first color again, and I'm going to attach my this first color at any chain 2 space. And now again we're going to repeat the same pattern. So for that one, chain 2, this is my chain 2. Now yarn over and insert your hook into this chain 2 space. Grab your yarn and make your first double crochet halfway done and your second double crochet halfway done. Chain 2 is your first double crochet actually, so that's 1, 2, and 3. You got 3 loops. Now yarn over and pull your yarn through all 3 loops. Chain 2. Again, into that same chain 2 space we're going to have another cluster. So for that one it's 1, 2, and 3. Now yarn over and pull your yarn through all 4 loops. Again, chain 2. Now again we're going to skip this cluster and we'll go to this chain 2 space, and here we're going to make another 1 cluster, then chain 2, then 1 cluster, and then chain 2. So it's 1, 2, and 3, chain 2, and it's 1, 2, and 3, and chain 2. Now keep on repeating this pattern, and by the end of this round, round number 3, you're going to have your 20 clusters, and I'm going to meet you at the end here. And here it is. I've got my this round number 3, and now I'm going to chain 2. That's my last chain 2, and I will insert my hook into my this third stitch. Now this is my first chain, and this is my second chain, and this is my third stitch. So I'm going to insert my hook into my this third stitch, and we'll grab the yarn and we'll make a slip stitch here. And now we are not going to cut our yarn. We're going to continue doing our work with our this same color. So we're not going to cut our yarn. And now for the next round, round number 4, I'm going to insert my hook into my this chain 2 space. So go to a next chain 2 space and insert your hook and make a slip stitch here like this. So we make 1 slip stitch here, and now we're going to chain up 2. So it's 1 and 2. Chain 2. Now this chain 2 will count as our first half double crochet. And now yarn over and insert your hook into this same chain 2 space and grab your yarn. You're going to have 3 loops. Yarn over and pull your yarn through all 3 loops, and that's a second half double crochet. Now again yarn over and insert your hook into that same chain 2 space. Grab your yarn and make your third half double crochet, and yarn over and insert your hook into that same chain 2 space. Grab your yarn and make your fourth half double crochet. So here we're going to have 4 half double crochets into that chain 2 space. First chain 2 and then 3 half double crochets. Now we're going to skip the next cluster. We are not going to work on this cluster. We will go directly to this next chain 2 space. So go directly to this next chain 2 space, and here again we're going to have another 4 half double crochets. So for that one, yarn over and insert your hook into that chain 2 space and make your 1 half double crochet, second half double crochet, third half double crochet, and your fourth half double crochet. Again, skip the next chain cluster and into this next chain 2 space have another 4 half double crochets, and now keep on doing your 4 half double crochets into each chain 2 space, and by the end of this round number 4, you're going to have 80 stitches, 80, and you're going to have 80 half double crochets. So 80 stitches in total, and I'm going to meet you at the end here. And here it is. I've finished my round number 4 and I've got my 80 stitches here, 80. And now we are going to insert our hook into this second chain. So insert your hook into your second chain and grab your yarn and make a slip stitch here. And this is the end of our round number 4. Now here I'm going to cut my yarn and will secure my this loose end later on. Now I will go to any stitch. You can take any stitch, and I'm going to insert my hook into any stitch here. So take any stitch, and now we're going to change the color of our yarn. So we're going to take the second color of our yarn. So here it is, and grab your yarn. So simply attach your yarn, and now I'm going to chain up 2 here. So it's 1 and 2. Now yarn over and insert your hook into that same stitch where you have made your chain 2. So insert your hook into that same stitch like this. Yarn over and insert your hook into that same stitch and grab your yarn. And here we're going to make double crochet. So yarn over and pull your yarn through 2 loops, and yarn over and pull your yarn through 2 loops. And that's it, how it looks. And now chain 1. And now yarn over and insert your hook into this space between your chain 2 and your double crochet. So insert your hook into that space, between that space, and grab your yarn, and we're going to have yarn over for 5 times here. So here we have 3 loops, and that is our first yarn over, and I'm going to have another yarn over, that is my second yarn over. Insert your hook and grab your yarn. Third yarn over, insert your hook and grab your yarn. Fourth yarn over, insert your hook and grab your yarn, and fifth yarn over and insert your hook and grab your yarn. Now here you're going to have 11 loops on your hook. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. 11 loops on your hook. And now yarn over and pull your yarn through 2 loops. So first 2 loops, yarn over and pull your yarn through first 2 loops like this. Now yarn over and pull your yarn through 3 loops. So it's 1, 2, and 3. And that's your first time. Yarn over and pull your yarn through 3 loops for the second time. Like this. Yarn over and pull your yarn through 3 loops for the third time. And now yarn over and pull your yarn through another 3 loops. That's for the 4th time. So in short, you have pulled your yarn for about 5th time, and at the last you're going to have 2 loops on your hook. So for the first, you yarn over and pull your yarn through 2 loops, and then for the next 4 times you have yarn over and pull your yarn through 3 loops. Now you're going to have 2 loops. Now this is for the 6th time, and yarn over and pull your yarn through all 2 loops like this. And now we're going to turn our work, and we will work on this chain 2 space. Again, we're going to repeat this pattern. So again, we're going to yarn over for 5 times on this chain 2 space. So this 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now again, you're going to have 11 loops on your hook. Now yarn over and pull your yarn through 2 loops. Like this. Now for the next 4 times, we're going to yarn over and pull our yarn through 3 loops. So it's 1, 2, 3, and 4. So in total, we have pulled our yarn through 5 times. And this is for the last time, the 6th time. Yarn over, and you're going to have last 2 loops on your hook. So yarn over and pull your yarn through both the loops. And this is your petal here. That's your petal here. And now we are going to go. This is the front side of our work. And here we're going to count 4 stitches. So it's 1. This is the 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we're going to insert our hook into this 5th stitch. So here it is. We have worked on this stitch and count the next 4 stitches. 1, 2, 3, and 4. We're going to skip this 4 stitches and we're going to insert our hook into this 5th stitch. So insert your hook into that 5th stitch, grab your yarn and make your slip stitch here. And it's going to be like this. Now we're going to repeat this pattern. So again, here we're going to chain up 2, 1 and 2. Now yarn over and insert your hook into that same stitch and make your double crochet here. And now again, we're going to have chain 1 and yarn over and insert your hook into that double crochet and make 5 yarn overs here. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now you're going to have 11 loops on your hook. Now yarn over and pull your yarn through 2 loops. That's for the first time. Now yarn over and pull your yarn through 3 loops for the next 4 times. So that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. And at the last, for the 6th time, you're going to have 2 loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull your yarn through both the loops like this. Now turn your work. Again, here you have your chain 2, yarn over and insert your hook. Do it for the 5 times. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And here you're going to have 11 loops on your hook. Now yarn over and pull your yarn through 2 loops for the first time. And for the next 4 times, yarn over and pull your yarn through 3 loops. So it's 1, 2, 3, and 4. And at the last, you're going to have 2 loops on your hook. So yarn over and pull your yarn through 2 loops, and that's your 6 times. 6 times we have yarn over and pull our yarn through our loops. And that's it. Again, here we're going to count next 4 stitches. So it's 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we're going to insert our hook into this 5th stitch. So skip that next 4 stitches and insert your hook into your 5th stitch, grab your yarn and make a slip stitch here. Like this. And now keep on repeating this pattern. So keep on making your petals, and by the end of this round, you're going to have your 16, 1, 6 petals. This petals, 1, 6. So here again, chain 2, yarn over and insert your hook into that same stitch and make your double crochet and chain 1. Yarn over for 5 times. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now yarn over and pull your yarn through 2 loops. Yarn over, pull your yarn through 3 loops. Yarn over, pull your yarn through 3 loops. Yarn over, pull your yarn through 3 loops, and yarn over and pull your yarn through 3 loops. Last, you're going to have 2 loops, yarn over and pull your yarn through 2 loops. Turn your work, yarn over and insert your hook into that chain 2 space, and we're going to yarn over for 5 times here. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Again, you're going to have 11 loops on your hook. Now yarn over and pull your yarn through 2 loops. Yarn over and pull your yarn through 3 loops. Yarn over and pull your yarn through 3 loops. Yarn over and pull your yarn through 3 loops. Yarn over and pull your yarn through 3 loops. You're going to have 2 loops on your hook. Now yarn over and pull your yarn through 2 loops. Now turn your work. count your next 4 stitches. So it's 1, 2, 3, and 4. We're going to skip this 4 stitches and we're going to insert our hook into this 5th stitch. Grab your yarn and make a slip stitch. Now keep on repeating this pattern and I'm going to meet you at the end here. And here it is. I've made my this 16 petals, and now this is my last petal, and I've made my this last petal, and I'm gonna skip the next 4 stitches. So it's 1, 2, 3, and 4, and I will insert my hook into my this 5th stitch where I've just made my first petal, and here I will grab my yarn and will make a slip stitch here. Like this, and now cut your yarn and secure your last stitch. We're going to change the color of our yarn. So we're going to take our first color, and here you can insert your hook at any space here where you have made your slip stitch and chain too. So insert your hook in that space anywhere around and just grab your first color and attach your color like this. And now we're going to chain up 3 here. So here I've made only 1 chain here by attaching my this yarn, and that's 1 and 2. So that's in total I've got my 3 chains. Now we will go to this space. You can see this space here. So here we're going to insert our hook into that first space and like this, and grab your yarn and make a single crochet here. So it's our first single crochet, and into this next space you got your second single crochet, into your third space you got your third single crochet, fourth space you got your fourth single crochet, and into your fifth space you got your fifth single crochet. Here it is. We got 6 single crochet, and now we will insert again our hook into this space. So in this space, insert your hook in this space. And now what I do is I take the back part of my this work as well, so that I will get a grip of my this flower petals. So just insert like this. You don't need to count any stitches here. Just insert your hook randomly. Just put your hook inside into this space, and wherever it comes out at the back, just take that one, that back part as well, and grab your yarn and make a slip knot here. Sorry, a slip stitch here. So that is your slip stitch. Just make a slip stitch here. Again, we're going to chain up 3. So basically we're going to repeat our this pattern. So again, chain 3. It's 1, 2, and 3. Now again we're going to take this part. So here we're going to have our 5 single crochet. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Again, we will go in between this space. So insert your hook in here, and as I said, whichever stitch has been coming at the back, just take that stitch as well like this and attach and make a slip stitch here. Again, chain 3. So it's 1, 2, and 3. Again, we're going to have 5 single crochets here on this petal, on the side of the petal. So it's 1 and 5. And now keep on doing this pattern and keep on having your slip stitch, then chain 3, and then 5 single crochets, and I'm going to meet you at the end here. And here it is. I've made my this last single crochet of my this last round, and I'm going to insert my hook into my this space here, and we'll grab the yarn and we'll make a slip stitch here. And that's how I'm going to finish up my this work. Now I'm going to cut my yarn and we'll secure my this last stitch, and I will put my this loose ends in. I'm gonna meet you after that. And here it is. I hope you have liked my today's tutorial. If you have liked, please like, share and comment on my videos, and please subscribe to my channel, and I will see you into the next video. Till then, bye.